everybody, it's Margaret. Welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. In today's video, I've got another buy this, not that, or thrift this, not that, I should say, this is actually Savers. I was about to say from the Goodwill, but yeah, we're at Savers today, and it was actually kind of crowded, so I was feeling a little bit claustrophobic. This was on a Saturday morning, which is not normally the time that I go, but I was in the area, and so thought I would swing by. I like selling hard goods of all kinds. I'll pretty much sell anything I think I can make a profit on, but I don't really get into clothes and shoes quite as much unless it's something, again, that I think, oh, this is, going to make me a good profit. The Savers is usually, they have good stuff, but sometimes the prices are a bit much on some of these items. So I really have to be choosy when I come to Savers. Some of the Goodwills, as you guys may know, are also just, some of their prices have gone out of control. So let's talk snow globes. So I see this snow globe. It's got this owl. It actually has a date, but it's kind of on a hang tag. They want $5 for it. Let's take a look, because snow globes can bring a really good profit depending on subject matter, depending on what, the size and all of that kind of stuff. So here's another one that it looked like little snow babies, and it was written on, so I passed on that. So let's take a peek at snow globes. So I'm doing a couple different searches for us so that we can kind of get an idea of what kind of snow globes sell, what has sold recently, what are like big ticket items to look for, because there's lots of snow globes out there. So I just started off with straight snow globe, and as you can see, these are sold listings. There are 4,632 sold just with the tag snow globe. So that's a lot. It's selling. It's something people are buying. And the first ones that pop up just with ended recently are a lot of Disney ones. So I'm seeing, Beauty and the Beast. I'm seeing Cinderella's Castle. So I would think, okay, immediately if I saw a Disney snow globe, then it would definitely be something that I would want to take a second look at. I mean, pretty much everything I'm seeing here is just Disney related snow globes. But as I was looking and thinking, I was like, well, I know more than just Disney snow globes sell. So I did another search with Christmas snow globes, because that's another common theme we see out there, right? There's travel ones, there's Christmas ones. So when I narrowed my search to Christmas snow globe, 628 sold, and that's ended recently. I'll go back to the other ones too in just a sec. And, some are still new in box, some are, how do you refurbish is what, I guess if you know how to fix a snow globe up, I guess, some are used, open box, etc., etc. So again, subject matter, but the prices on these are still, pretty, I think are pretty good, depending on the, again, subject matter. So there's that. And then the one I had was an owl snow globe. So I thought, well, let's do an owl snow globe search. There were 17 ended recently. I didn't see the one I have, which is good. And again, the prices, depending on your buy-in, that's the thing. Like if you're buying a snow globe for, I think that one was $5. If I could sell it for $25, to me, that's an okay profit. That's a good $15 probably when all is said and done, just round about. This is kind of what mine looked like, but mine was a little bit different than that. I don't like to spend a lot up front. That's just my operation, the way I work. I would prefer to spend less. I think probably anybody would. Hang on, let me zoom back up. But let's take a look, say, okay, let's look, I'm going to take off sold. Let's see how many owl snow globes are actually listed right now. So that's another thing to consider. Like, yeah, there's 17 sold, but if there were 3,000 listed, you might think, oh, you know what? They're not selling as quickly as, they could, right? So 63 owl snow globes are listed. So, I think that's pretty good. Let's go back to Christmas snow globes. I'm going to jump back up to the top. Sold listings, I'm going to take that off. So 628 results for sold. And then how many are listed? 5,000 such and such. So there's a lot of competition there for Christmas snow globes. However, it's something people collect. And then just on straight snow globes, let me jump back up to the top, 4,000 such and such were sold. How many are listed? Are we ready for this? Let's see. There's like 13,000, almost 14,000 listed. But still, it shows that they are selling. And again, if you're wanting to come through like, oh, I don't have a new one, I found it at the thrift store, let's click on used. Great. Here are used ones listed, and let's look at sold and used and see, because that can affect it as well. So here we have sold and they're used. And again, first things first, I'm seeing Disney, Disney, Disney on the snow globes. That's a fishy one. Oh no, that's Finding Nemo, still Disney. Let's go look at, not just ended recently, but highest to lowest. So what are the unicorns out there, right? There's a Mary Poppins one, Feed the Birds. That's really cool. Alice, if I saw that, my mom would want it, but I would have to tell her, Mom, it's selling for over $1,000. No can do. So yeah, it looks like there's some that have like multiples, multiple globes on it. It looks like basically, a lot of the ones we're seeing are Disney related. And then some of these big snow globes that are like ginormous, are also going to be something that could bring a lot of money. And I know a lot of people will say, well, what are the odds of me finding that? Well, the odds of you finding it are a lot less if you don't even know you're supposed to be looking for it. So, and I like when I see the same one repeating, like the Mary Poppins one over and over and over again. If it was just a random, like if we only saw it one time and it was like for a crazy price, then I might think, oh, maybe that's just a random one-off, whatever. But when we see the same item selling again and again and again from different sellers, especially for a high price, then like, okay, that's something that is we're going to be looking for. It just seems like Disney, Disney, Disney on when I search snow globes, but I know that there are other snow globes that sell, so it's definitely worth looking up and checking out if you find one. Moving on, I always enjoy checking out trinket boxes, jewelry boxes, especially when they look like they're handmade or older. That one was a bit more scuffed up, and then somebody had burned a name into it, so I was like, maybe I'll pass on that one. But the next thing I find is it's a Detroit Red Wings, Totem. And so I didn't end up buying this, but I do look it up because I know that totem poles can sell. So let's take a look. So when you see them, you'll know to pick them up. You'll find them at garage sales, estate sales, or stores, wherever. Let me jump back up to the top so you can see. Basically, if you see them and they're a good price, they're worth picking up, because as you can see, some of them can go for a really good profit. This one sold for $124. Then there are some, I don't go off of auctions, so I'm going to turn auctions off. So I'm just doing buy it now, because I don't do auctions, and some people, they have a different method of selling, and so that's just their business model, right? Okay, so taking a look here, you can see there's some tiny ones. Those are really cool. Some bigger ones. This is really big and cool. I don't know what else to say about it. They're really easy to spot, so, it's a good thing. Like if you see them, like this lot here, like this could have probably been broken up, and no judgment on anybody's, again, that's your business model, what you're trying to do. Those could have been sold off and probably made an even bigger profit. So yeah, finding cool, like tiki looking ones. This is more of a tiki, but then like the totem poles, that's ginormous. How much does that sell for? $759. Dang. Right? So all around tiki stuff, totem poles, worth a good pickup. Let's jump back into the top and see, 285 sold. I do like to look at this. And then let's see how many are up for sale. And 700. So, that's a pretty good ratio in my book anyway. They're selling. It would be different if there were thousands and only like a couple hundred sold. So keep your eye out for totem poles because they can sell. So I still love my mug life. I love picking up mugs, but I have been a little more choosy about them lately. Again, it's all about point of entry for me. If I have to spend $3 or $2, I'm going to be less likely, unless I know it's going to be a big seller, to pick it up. Unless, let's say I was at the bins where I know, oh, I can get 20 items for $1.99. Then it's 10 cents. Okay, I'm all in. I can make a good profit off of that. So here, I'm looking through to see if I find any that look like they might be a good pickup. And I do find one we're going to talk about in just a second. So what I'm looking for is like, there's a brand, Anthropology. Sometimes I will look up Starbucks mugs because they can, I'm wearing my GoPro, so if it's moving around too much, sorry y'all. This one was pretty cute, but I didn't want to spend that much on it, like $3. No thanks. This was a Doctor Who mug. I will spend money on a Doctor Who mug for myself because I am a Whovian and I love it. Who's your favorite Doctor if you are also into Doctor Who? I put it back down there, but I do get it. All right, so over here, have you spied it yet? Pardon me. This is the Far Side. So Far Side is definitely one to keep on your radar. Let's take a look at Far Side mugs. So here we are back in eBay, and I have Far Side mug typed in, sold listings. You can see they are selling $339 sold, and the prices, again, depending on the mug, depending on the design, and the desirability is how much, you can be looking at. So while you might be like, oh, that's not that much, there are some, like this is the classic, Midvale School for the Gifted. That one sold for $35. This one is I've actually had this one, the Rockets, the scientist where he's going to bang, whatever. Anyway, $30 on that one. Now, I know you're like, oh, some of these are not really going for that much. But if you're thinking, oh, I saw it at a garage sale and I picked it up for 50 cents, cool. But again, it's definitely worth looking at because there are some that are more desirable than others. And it's good to have that in the back of your mind. Like, okay, here, this is the one I picked up. First pants, then your shoes. That one's going or has sold for $18.99. So probably what would happen is I would put mine up for about $20 to sell. Let me jump back up to the top. And so 339 sold. And how many are listed? 597. So they're really, it's got a pretty good sell-through rate as far as that goes on Far Side mugs. Moving along, let's see what else we find here. I have been looking more at like Native American pottery, just to try to familiarize myself with it. This platter was really cool. I kind of regret not getting it because it had this kind of like foo dog design around the edges. This coaster box was really cool. Generally, when I buy coasters, I want to try to make sure there's at least between 4 and 6 coasters. And then I'm sitting there looking at it, trying to decide, like, well, the box is cool. Like, I could even just take the coasters out and sell the box because it's pretty cool as is, right? And then these are Fantastic Beasts, and where to find them, cookie cutters. And I believe they were from Williams-Sonoma, which is why I stuck them in my cart. Because generally stuff, Williams-Sonoma stuff can sell. And then, of course, there's a collectability factor with Fantastic Beasts. I do end up looking them up and they're not worth that much, so I don't buy them. I was tempted to get them for myself, but then I chose to not because I'm trying not to get more stuff. I don't know a whole lot about the small electronics, but I always glance at it to see if anything jumps out at me, something interesting or cool. The next area that I start looking through are like placemats, table runners, things like that. In this section, one of the brands I like to look for is Crate and Barrel. Another is Pottery Barn. And then I just try to find things that are maybe unique looking, that look pretty cool. So I wanted to talk to you just a bit about Crate and Barrel. I don't find any Crate and Barrel today, but it's something that's worth looking into because it has people that really like that brand a lot. So let's take a peek at Crate and Barrel. Here I am on eBay and I have done a search for Crate and Barrel placemats. Generally, they will be marked Crate and Barrel. They're really easily distinguished so they don't have a fancy like hidden type of brand or whatever. They just say Crate and Barrel on them. But these are sold. So as you can see, 58 results for sold. And they can vary in their style. So it could be, these cool wood or like bamboo style placemats. Some of them are metallic or just straight up red. But it tends to be ones that have a cooler design perhaps, or maybe the wooden ones. So here are some wooden chargers that sold for $46. Again, these are on auction, so they might have gone for more if they had been just buy it now. Here's a set of 12 just grass cloth ones that sold for $48. It's definitely worth looking them up. So here are some that are napkins, some with these cats that are embroidered on them for $23. Here's, just straight, they're autumn colors, right? 8 of them sold for $34. Definitely worth taking a second look at. See, I would have probably looked at these with the Halloween ones, whether they were Crate and Barrel or not. Here's the one you can see pretty easily, like that's the tag, Crate and Barrel. They just say it straight up. Straight up, they say it. Let me jump to the top. Let's take a peek at how many are unsold by clicking that button. So 147. So as you can see, they have a pretty good sell-through rate. Yeah, and some of them, as I say, might be selling for a little bit lower. However, it just kind of depends on your buy-in. If I'm buying them at the bins, they're going to cost next to nothing because they weigh nothing. Or if at a garage sale, somebody sells a whole set of them for $1. I mean, to me, I'm not going to sneeze at a $10 profit. I'm like pretty happy. Of course, would I love to have a bigger profit than that? Absolutely. But a $10 profit is still a profit, and I'm happy with that. So as you can see, some of them are fairly plain. But if that's, somebody's style, they want that minimalist style, they like the Crate and Barrel quality, then that's what they're gonna go to. Let's move on. I am also learning that I don't think I like the way that the video goes when I have my GoPro strapped. It's different at a garage sale, but when I'm at the thrift store, I like to be able to move the camera around a little bit more. So I think I'm going to be using my camera in my hand next time instead of strapped to me, because look at this. Like, I think I have it lined up and then I don't. We're all learning. We're all learning. No judgment, right? All right, let's see what else. Let me know if you see anything that I'm missing. Like, I like to buy figural items, but that, I don't know, that squirrel just didn't grab me. Now, there was a bird, it like fell off the stand and I picked it up. I kind of wish I'd looked at that luminary that was the bunny. And if you're seeing what I'm seeing now, I totally missed a Jim Shore cat, which we're going to look up, but we didn't miss my hand right in front of the camera. So there was a cat, you see right there off to the left, it's a cat, looks like it's quilted. Let's take a peek at Jim Shore cats. It didn't take me long to search for this one. I did a search for Jim Shore cat white and red, and then slowly was able to find out that its name is Abraham. Usually they're marked on the bottom and they'll have the name of the figure, so they're really easy to look up. This one, now, actually this one is not selling for that much. I have found some Jim Shore that I've sold some, like Jolie Marie from Aristocats, and what was the other cat? The one from Pinocchio, Figaro, the cat, and they sold for a lot. So this one, I mean, it's selling for okay. I mean, like, here's one that comes with a box that somebody sold for $23. But as I say, they're, and again, some have sold for more, which is good. And again, for me, it's all about how much did I spend on it so I can maximize my profit. But if I just do like Jim Shore cat, take out Abraham, let's take a peek at what we see. So here you can see, I have this cat. Where is it? I have this one right here. This Halloween one. I may have just stuck it with my Halloween stuff. Sorry, I got excited there for a second. But yeah, as you can see, Jim Shore figures can sell for a good profit. Some of these, like, I feel like this would have probably sold for more. $30-$40, 20. And let's go back and just type in Jim Shore, because some of Jim Shore's figures do way better than others, clearly. Like, here's a Mickey Mouse one, sold for $99. There are, like, I guess the Disney ones, like I said, the ones I had were really, look at this gnome, he's fun. The ones I had were the cats that were from, some of the Disney movies. So anyway, Jim Shore figurines can sell for a pretty good profit. It's worth taking the time to look them up, unless you're, at a garage sale and it's $1 or something like that, then just, it's probably a pretty safe bet to get it. But they have this kind of quilted look to them, a lot of them. They have that, I don't know how else to describe it, kind of quilted. If you have a better description, let me know. I'm going to zoom to the top and see about, let's see. Marie Jolie was the cat one of the cats that I sold that was a pretty good profit. See, the one I sold was like this, but I know I sold it for way more than $20. I feel like I sold it for like $65 or something. So I guess the value can fluctuate. Let's see if they have Figaro on here. Figaro. Same deal. Mine was this one where he's sitting on mine sold for way more than that. So I'm guessing the price fluctuates, which can happen because it was a number of years ago. So it's definitely worth investigating. But again, to me, I'm like $25 profit, $25. If I spent $5 on it, then that's a good $15 to $17 profit. I'm happy with that. You can sell. I get frustrated. You might hear me talk about this a bit, but I get frustrated when people are like, that's not enough profit. There's like way more items that you could buy. You know what? That's great. That's fantastic. Everybody wants to buy items that you get a great profit on. The thing is like, depending on where you live and where you're able to thrift or garage sale, you got to work with what you got. So you can't turn up your nose at a, $5, $10, $15 profit. Of course, I would love to only sell things that made me a $25 profit or more. I would love that. But I don't necessarily have the time or energy to be able to go find those things. My time is super limited. So, I don't like the whole like shaming deal in some of the reseller games. And again, I have no particular person that I'm calling out or pointing out. I'm not, I shouldn't say anything. All right, moving on. All right. So yeah, Jim Shore figurines, it's worth a look up on those because there are some that can go for a good profit. I probably should have gone back and shown you some of the higher ticket ones because there are some that can go for quite a bit. But as long as you identify them and be like, oh, okay, I see that. I'm going to look it up. I remember somebody talking about that. That's all what it's about. Okay. I do buy this. Do you know what it is? It is a humane animal trap, like a mouse trap. It was $1.50. It looked unused, honestly. So I thought, you know what? I have never seen one out in the wild before, so I'm going to get it. Okie dokie. So I have never seen a, quote, humane mouse trap before out in the wild. I know that different antique traps can be worth a lot of money. So when I saw it, I thought, okay, I'm going to pick it up. I don't know that mine is antique because here you can see one similar that's being sold new for $18.50. But then there is one that is an antique one that looks like somebody handmade. So this is from this site, Humane House Mouse Catcher. They're selling it for $18.50. This one, here are some that are homemade ones that they're up on Etsy for about $110. It looks like they're probably, I'm going to click on it. The prices are different. Either they're on sale or they're not in the US, one or the other. Where is this person? Not that it matters. I don't even know. Okay, it's not. I'm sure if I dug, I could. Not important. Keep moving, Margaret. So again, yeah, here you can see there are different traps and things that people sell for different profits. Now, here's the thing. I couldn't find many on eBay. So this is, when I see that, it makes me hesitant. Like I need to do a little research. Like, are you allowed to sell them on eBay? When I search for something and I can't find any, it kind of sends up a red flag for me to double check. So did I still get it? Yes. Can I sell it on Etsy or on another platform? Probably. But if you know, maybe you're like in the chat already or in the comments, like telling me, no, you can't sell that kind of stuff on eBay because, there are things that are just not allowed. So I didn't find one on eBay, and I tried a few different, mouse trap, mouse catcher, I tried lots of different varieties of wording and just didn't see it. So, here is a trap that is on eBay. This one is on eBay, but I didn't find one like mine. That's good, right? I like when I can't find a whole lot of them because that means I can name my price. Usually. Because if someone's looking on eBay and they're looking for one like this, like a no-kill mouse trap, and they can't find it on eBay and mine's the only one there, then awesome. They can buy mine. That's what I like. All right, so into the cart it goes. Let's see what else we see along here. I'm not seeing. If you see something, holler it out at me, because I love when I can read the comments and y'all have, told me, hey, you missed that thing, because I don't know everything and love to learn other things to pick up as well. So this is it's a Death Star, and it's either I think it's like a popcorn holder, because there wasn't like a straw hole that I saw in it. Look at this. So this is a stained glass, like votive type of deal. Candle, you put the candle inside. Only they wanted $10 for it. It might have been worth it. What do you think? Would you have bought that for $10? I mean, people love stained glass stuff. People love lighthouses. This camera work is shoddy, so I fully expect to be told off for my shoddy camera work. Let's see. What else have we here? So I see this box. I kind of wish I'd gotten it now, because it is a, my brains just went, boop, gone, Noah's Ark. And there are people that's, they decorate their nursery with Noah's Ark stuff. And I feel like maybe I kind of should have gotten that, because someone could have used that to store wipes in or something else. This is really cool, but it was damaged. The goose right there, its beak is chipped really bad. Yeah, so I'm not sure I could have flipped that. Let's see. I have sold things like this before, but I didn't pay $4 for them. Like, they're little ornaments for Easter holidays, little wooden ones, and I've sold little Christmas ones too. But again, like, I don't want it, like, $7? There's no way. That, like, really bites into the ROI, the return on investment for that. So I definitely didn't want to go there for those. I really hope y'all enjoyed this thrift with me, this thrift this, not that video, and I am looking forward to you letting me know how terrible my camera work is in this video, because I'm right there with you. Learn, and if you haven't yet, go down there and hit that subscribe button if you enjoy videos like this, and if you would like, follow me over on Instagram, where I share all kinds of fun stuff and just silly memes to make you smile throughout the day. I will talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.